We started talking yesterday about like terms. We were doing some things with them. Remember, like terms are just terms that have the same variable or have no variable at all, which would make them numbers. Okay, so let's look at these terms up here, and let's talk about which ones are alike. So who can tell me two terms that we would call like terms? They are the same, have the same variable. Desmond, give me two.
12 and 5.
So 5z and 12z, those are both z's. So those are like terms. Very good. Brady?
9,
I'm sorry?
9, 18.
9x and 18x. Is there another one that goes with those two? It's just x. Good. All of these have the same variable. So 9, 18, and x are all the same variable. And then how about 10 and 1/2? How many people think 10 and 1/2 go together? How many people think they don't go together? All right. Well, unfortunately, you are incorrect. They go together. They're both numbers. Okay. One is a fraction, but they still are in the same family because we can add fractions and numbers, right? So because of that, they belong in the same family together. Okay? All right, so that's what we're going to get into today is combining things that are alike. But before we do that, I want you to open up your foldable to the very middle, down at the bottom where you see a finger pointing. This is one of the concepts that's most important to understand, and it's going to take you a minute probably to get this into your head, what this means. But a lot of people have trouble understanding the difference between this and this. So we're going to write them out the long way, and let's see if that helps you. So next to 6x, I want you to write it out the long way. Because if we have 6 times x, that really means we have x plus x. Write this, okay? Plus x plus x plus x plus x. That's 6 of them. That's what that means, because multiplication is simply a faster way of adding. So 6x is the same as all those x's added together. Write this, please. Now, if we have 6 plus x, it's just 1 6 and 1x. Can't combine those two things because they are not the same. So let's just do a little example. Let's pretend, and I don't want you to write this part because I just want you to look because it'll just kind of reinforce what we just did. Let's pretend that I told you that x was equal to 2. So if x equals 2, what we would have right here is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. What is that? Nobody knows? 12. Good. Thank you, Ronnie. 12, right? Add up all those 2's and we get 12. But on the second example, we would have 6 plus 2. What is that? It's only 8. Do you see that they're different things? This is kind of a hard idea to get used to. But if you can just keep in mind that 6 times x is not the same as 6 plus x. And that's why these are ones we can combine, but we can't combine those two because they are two different things. Okay? All right, let's keep going. On the front, flip back to the front, please. Okay, so here are a couple of hints about like terms. When you are adding and subtracting things that are from the same family, like we did yesterday, you can only combine things that have the same variable. And you can think, this is what we started working on yesterday, you can think of like terms as families. You can't join a different family. You have to stay in the same family with the same last name. So you always put the families together, and then you take the sign in front of each number. So if you look at these 3 examples, the first one is we have A plus A plus A. That's a total of 3 A's. We can combine them all because they are in the same family. The second example is we have, and yours actually is wrong, you need to change, you have an addition between those two, you need to change that to a subtraction. That's a mistake on my part. So on the second one, you have 4 A's, you take away 2 A's, and what's left? 2 A's. Okay? So remember, change this to a subtract on yours. And then on the last one, if you have 2 A's plus 3 B's, we can't combine them. This is one of the biggest mistakes people will make, is they will try to turn that into 5AB or something like that. You can't do that because we have A's and B's. It would look like this if we wrote it out. A plus B plus B plus B. We can't combine them. So that's why the answer stays the same. Okay, you with me so far? All right, so let's look at the example. First of all, these lines here are to just help us divide it into families. That's their purpose. So we're going to look at the three families that are involved. What are the three families that we have here? We have the X family, and we're going to call the other one the number family. Okay, X family, Y family, and number family. And let's go ahead and just put them in alphabetical order because that's kind of what we want to end up with anyways. It won't be wrong if we don't, but we'll do it just for ease. So we'll put the X family here, Y family here, and the number family here. Okay, so now we're going to get all the members of the X family and put them in their house. So we have 3X, and then we have, remember, use the symbol in front of it, minus X. That's one of the other biggest mistakes people make is they forget to include the symbol that's in front. Please look at the board. Okay, and then we have the Y family. So we have 2Y plus 2Y. Do we have any more members? No. So we're done. Plus 3, plus 6. Those are the number family. See how everything is circled? That's one way you know that you got them all. Because everything is circled in there. That's one reason why I want you to get in the habit of circling them. Because another thing people will do is they'll leave one out. So circle them as you use them so you know you've used them all. So now let's just combine them. So we have 3X, take away 1X. What do you got left? 2X. Remember a plus sign in between them. That's very important because it's not a complete answer without it. How about the Y family? Do we have anything to combine? No, so it's just 2Y plus, and then 3 plus 6 is 9. Very good. That's our final answer. Now, I'll always have a person or two who wants to add 2 plus 9 and get something else. You can't because this is X plus X, Y plus Y, and then 9 single numbers. Okay? So you can't do that. So don't try to combine them. Once you get this, you're done because you can't mix the families together. Okay, so far? Yes? All right, let's do one of these together. So the second one down on your thing is this one. So let's do it together, okay? Bless you. So what are our families that we have? The X and the... So write them there. The X family and the number family. This is inside your folder, honey. Yeah. All right, so let's circle the members of the X family and write them down. We have 2X. And then we have minus X. Don't forget to include that minus. Number family, we have plus 5. And we have plus 1. Okay? And now all we have to do is combine them. So we have 2X and then take away 1X. What do we have left?
2X.
1X or just X. And then we're going to put a plus sign. Don't forget your plus sign. And then we have 5 plus 1 is? 6. Good. That's it. We have now taken this long number sentence and just turned it into its simplest form, which is X plus 6. That was our entire goal. All right, this one is a little bit longer, but let's do it together. So what are our three families on this one?
X, C, and numbers.
Okay, so I heard X, C, and number, but let's go ahead and put it in alphabetical order. So we have C, because that's first alphabetically, X, and by the way, numbers can't go in alphabetical order, but they always go at the end. That's the way that works. So let's circle all the C's. So we have plus 4C and plus 3C. Then we have 8X for the X family. Oops, sorry, plus 8X. Take away 1X minus X. And then the number family, we have 7. And what else? But minus 2, right? Not and 2, minus 2. All right, let's combine them. 4C plus 3C gives us 7Cs plus 8X minus X gives us 7X's. And then 7 minus 2 is 5. That's our final answer. We can't combine anymore because they're not in the same family. So this is our next example. It's at the top of the next column. So we have A plus A minus A plus 2C. So first step, how many families do we have? Two. So we're going to make two houses. We have the A family and the C family. Okay, so in the A family we have A plus A and then minus A. And in the C family we have only plus 2C, right? So A plus A is 2A, take away an A is A, 1A or A, plus 2C. A plus 2C, that's our final answer. All right, let's see if you can do this one. Figure out how many houses you need, draw your lines, and start putting the people in the houses. All right, how many people's houses look like this? Good. So for the A family we have A, B family we have B, and then the C family, what did you get?
6C.
I got 6.
Okay, let's count it up. We have 1C plus 3 more C, that's 4. Plus another 4 is
8.
take away 2 is 6. So it's 6C. A plus B plus 6C.